Hello my friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about my predictions for NVIDIA and Tesla. You guys know these are the charts that I make and publish the first days of the month, so you can watch them and you can prepare accordingly. So what we had so far is exactly like I predicted, guys. For example, you see this is the NVIDIA chart. You see a big powerful impulse on the 4th of December, just like was the case on this circle right here, the green circle. Remember, it's very easy to read these charts. I mean, green uptrends, red corrections. So on the 5th of December, which was yesterday, we see that the price was kind of on the yellow range. Not so much of a volatility, but the position, the opening and the closing are really identical. There's really no difference in that. So it was not really that volatile. It was part of this yellow circle and the yellow box. Remember, when we have a single day shared by opposite energies, in this case green and red, we get either massive volatility, which is like 90% of the case, but in this instance we only got like a range, in the sense that the price closed very similar to where it started, right? So really not much to do on that day. I was hoping it was going to be a very volatile day so I could make some scalping profits, but once I saw this chart right like around the middle of the day, I saw like, and I said, nah man, this is not going to be a really profitable day. I mean, it's going to be kind of a range, and I was precisely correct. So today we got the 6th of December. For some reason I forgot to add this circle right here on the 6th, so I'll have to check my notes, but according to what I remember, it was a volatile day, a yellow day basically. So it was indeed a volatile day, not so much at the end. We see like a mix of range and volatility, but overall the red, I mean, it was a red day, guys, just that easy. It was a correction day. The position closes lower, much lower than it opens. Now for the next week, we have that potentially we could see a very volatile Monday. I'm worried about it potentially being another correction. If that's the case, we could see the position go even lower. But after that 9 of December, we could see a range. I'm not saying it's going to be all of these days consecutively, but we could see within this range of 10 to 13 of December, we could see some very powerful impulses. If I were to say, I think they're going to happen on the 12th and possibly even also on the 13th. So maybe expect some consecutive green days, but at least on that day, it could also be a very volatile day. Also, there's this danger of a possible correction on this day, so better watch out for that. That's basically how the next week is going to be, depending on how bad this possible correction on the 9 or 10 is, and possibly also on the 13. We could start seeing maybe a red week, but I don't think that will be the case, guys. This range is very big. It encompasses more days, and I think in the end it's going to be a green week, even if just slightly. But yeah, that's basically my forecast for the next week. Every single other circle will be covering after this, the next week ends. But I think there are bright days ahead, especially on the 3rd week, and possibly some of these days on the 4th week. And on the last week, it's basically just 2 days, so it's not really to be taken that much into account. But yeah, that's the NVIDIA prediction. And now let's take a look at my Tesla chart. Okay, so the Tesla chart, once it loads, yeah, it's very volatile. I mean, you see that ever since the days of this prediction, we got, for example, the possible the 4th of December was possibly, I mean, it was technically a green day. The position closes higher than it opens. It was not really that extremely volatile upwards, but at the very least we got a green day, even if just kind of small. But that was the case for the 4th. But on the 5th of December was also projected to be a very volatile day. So you guys just saw that the same pattern appeared on the NVIDIA chart. And unlike NVIDIA, Tesla was basically a very, very powerful, strong impulse on the first hour. And after that, just kind of forms like a range. But the position is way up in this first hour. Not unlike NVIDIA, which was position closers very similar to its opening. So this is really the kind of ways, the different ways that a yellow circle or a volatile day when two energies meet on one single day could really pay out, because it's going to be, I mean, it could go either way, but you're seeing extreme volatility. And like I was saying earlier, that's basically almost 90% of the cases. Anyways, after that, we see another even more volatile day on the 6th of December, which is today. This was a yellow day. Could have been, I mean, if I had made some advanced modifications to this chart, maybe we could have also foreseen this powerful impulse, but at the very least, it also nailed the yellow day right here. Very, very volatile, and it's very good that it's going upwards. So the next week we can expect something similar to NVIDIA, except at least for the 9th it could look a little bit more brighter, in the sense that it could be more likely to be a green day, possibly even a very volatile green day, which could be even higher than this. And I think it's going to be kind of unlikely, if I'm being honest with you, that we have 3 consecutive volatile days going up, all of them, but that could happen. Anyways, after that comes, I think the pain really sets here on this second week of Tesla. We see red days, which could go consecutively, either 11 or 12 or 12 or 13, or the worst case scenario, 3 days consecutive red days, all the way from 11 to 13. That could be the apocalypse scenario right here. But if we get a very powerful impulse on this day, on the 9th, then we might avoid this potential red week for Tesla. And yeah, guys, exactly like I said in the NVIDIA chart, we'll be updating this. There's not much to add right here. It's just the beginning of this week. We just closed. Today is Friday, so we need to wait for the next, for Monday. Let's see what that day brings. Anyways, I wish you a good day. I invite you to subscribe, share, and like, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.